Welcome to another episode and video on my Arduino Yun, which is part Linux and part real Arduino. Attached to breadboard with electronics and some fischertechnik, being two motor with propellers and a phototransistor with lamp. And that little light right by my thumb is the lamp, which is now going bottom up instead of upside down. Anyway, again, the Yun is equipped with a thumb drive, USB thumb drive or data stick or whatever storage, and that is what the first part of this video is about, or the first focus anyway. The motors are running quite steadily, which also means that there is no data input yet. Last time I tried, or last couple of times I tried to get data from anything like value of the pot meters, values of any readings at all into a file, and that file is exported to a data storage on Linux and then read somewhere else in Octave or whatever to make nice graphs. And does everything still work? Well, by all means, let's try. So, giving some input, which immediate result. So with this screwdriver well, apart from signal following on the oscilloscope, not much to hear. Not much change here, to my surprise. Can I get some change here then? Yeah, much slower. And then things get going again. This works, this works. Yeah, I'm blocking the LED, but it does work. This works only when I put it full up, I think, or the other way around. Right, now this LED goes out. This needs to be fed. And there that LED goes again. So that all works. The only thing that still doesn't work is putting the data into a file and read it. So in that respect, still work to do. And I don't really mind right now about the motors. And this comes a bit later. So let's turn to source code and how I can make things happen. Maybe I can solve it. Right, as I said in my introduction, data needs to be nice and simple, easy to do. And this is according to plan. Header names and then some data to be read and quite easily plotted somehow using Octave. Well, last time there was a big problem let's go here, gives some kind of syntax error. So yes, it is readable, and no, I can't do anything with it. Same thing. So it doesn't matter if it is in a .m file, which is used in MATLAB and Octave, or in a text file, it doesn't matter. So I have to try something else. And well, one of the things that came to mind, which is giving a problem, is that both in Octave as well in MATLAB, the string is a problem. You can't use string. Ouch. You'll have to use an array. And in comes then also gnnuplot, which I've used a long time ago. It's still around, as you can see. And guess what? Internal error, string operator applied to non-string type. Yeah. So, guess what this is? String. Which means that I have to get rid of everything called string. And then I go here, and that's a big oops, because data1 is type string. What I have to do is making, and let me put it carefully, character data1. So now data1 is no longer of type string, but an array of type character. And with array, a lot of things are possible. So, what can I do with here? In this case, well, actually, a lot, because here things are added, and this is going out, this is going out. In fact, the whole string, let's take this out, and then say first element is like this. At least that should be. So then no, data1 1 is, and then not string value of string sensor value, but just sensor value. And there will be no new line. So this is going to be quite different. How will this work out? Not quite sure, because I still have to write it to a file and read it. But after I have done all things like this, just like that, like I did here, I might have something to go with. Although I want to have it multidimensional, because this way is just in a long row, and I want a row and columns. Like I want this over this. So there's some modification for this to be done, but that is the only way to go, using arrays instead of strings. So let's see how that works out. I have rewritten, partly at least, the algorithm. First of all, I have disabled the string, as I said I would. Next thing is that I have changed it into character type, multidimensional, rows and columns. So 7 rows, 3 columns. Now that is not entirely accurate, as you will see as I go down the code, because here I have in the first cell of the array, second cell and third cell of the first row. Actually, first column, second column, third column. Here thing disabled, and here, since I have everything into it anyway, sensor output value, and at the C value, second row, first, second and third column. And now I'm getting at the 7, this 7, it is not accurate because in the rest of the program with all data I disabled it. So I have now only 2 rows, which means that I have to change 7 into 2 for now. And let me remind myself, 7 in total. And yes, that's English. I don't mind right now. Yeah, I could write any comment in my own language, but oh well. Anyway, let's see how this ends up. Can I read it? Not in here, but can I read it in here? Because here I would still, well, maybe I would, but I don't count on it that that things here suddenly change for the better. Anyway, back here. This is set alright, and this is set alright. Let's move this one away. Upload. Let's see whatever happens. What? Where? What are they talking about? Yeah, well, oh, I was afraid it would do that. The point is that this is not a string. This is a string of, this is an array of characters, and it would be able to do that. It should be able to. Now that's a point, of course. How would I do that? It says an overload, constant character, invalid conversion. Yeah, I need, okay, it tells me I need a pointer. I can't do that just like that. So that's a nice one. Back to the drawing board then. Things are never as easy. Alright, so I have been trying to get things working and got pointed to the fact that this is not a clever way to do it. For reasons that I didn't think of. Point is that if you put in a character, you have to allocate some data. Allocate memory to put in data. However, this is taking considerable more space than this, or than this, or than any value that, for example, let's go down. For example, this generates just a figure, a number, and the advice is then to use character to string, allocating just memory and then go for it. It can be different with a struct as well. I haven't done that yet. And the struct is with a name and another number, and then put things in like a real database. Is an option, but not yet. So after changing this, and yes, 7 rows in total for 3 columns makes 21. So here goes 21. And then, yeah, how to do that? Well, this is not per se correct, but it's only a warning, so I'll let it be. Then I still have to put this correct. So this is going to be 3, 4, and yes, 5. Is this going to be correct? I have no clue yet. Rest is still disabled, as you can see. Will this be put into a file? That's a very good question. As yet, well, not so much yet. But let's see if, well, let's change that then. Because here you print something into a data file, and I want something to be put into it. And another dimension. Let's see if I no, it doesn't automatically give a method to use, and that is too bad. So I'll have to find that, but let's see if this works for now anyway. Not for this time, because if I look, this is a warning, this is a warning, warning, error. Alright, let's do this for now. Upload. Go. And everything should stop here right now, but nothing will be written. And there it goes again. So now these two are 0. Let's see. Oh wait, they are not 0, because I first have to remove them. That's another point. It's better to make a removal action. So right here, file system dot remove dot txt, and I assume I will need to use quotes for that, so that I start with oh wait, I better should do a remove before I open something, otherwise it's futile use. Then this should be different as well. So file is data file, and data file is something open. So I have to figure out what the logic behind that is. Meanwhile, things don't go as smooth as it could be, because I want things in the table, like in a database, but that database has records, rows and columns, just like this. But the character array, or an array itself, is just a summation of data. Anything. If you grab a picture of this, you get a huge array of data, and that is in a sense the same thing as this. Do I want that? Well, I want a table with a header, and do I get it in it? Perhaps not. So that's a very good question to answer first before finding out how to do the remove automatically and how to actually save it to file. The file stuff is a bit well complicated. I put it back to what it was, except that I changed the plant to write. No removal anymore for now. And I changed print line to write because it is about the character, not about the string anymore. This compiled nicely and uploaded. The only question is, does it really work? So, well, this does anyway. Let's see about this one. It works. It's still there. So there has been no removal. Question is this the real one or not? So let's see. Auto 6 and well, I can't say it is. It's an old one. So let's assume that this works. How to continue? Well, I've put several things in there, and yeah, I get several errors, but let's see how this works out. Does it do what it should do? I have to log in. Go. And see. I can't get rid of that one. Oh, no, I can. And it seems like there is some discrepancy to what I think it would happen and what really does happen, because this is just screen output and I want some other output. How fast does it go? There we go. I think there's no change at all, because this is written and not this. So should I remove it or not? I suppose I should. So still work to be done. And in that respect, I have to say goodbye for this experiment to Octave. I still want to do it via gnnuplot, but first I have to get my array working. How that will end up, I don't know. But experiments are experiments, you never know whatever is the outcome. Last part of this episode, short part. Oops. The array management, whatever you can call it, writing to array, organizing an array, has taken up all the time. So no time anymore for lamp and phototransistor. That has to come next time. In the meantime, interesting stuff for file handling. It may be very boring for someone who is only interested in mechatronics, but mechatronics has to be controlled by software as well. And this is just another part what comes with it for many people. There's data generated. How do I save it? And that is this part. And as it shows that for specialized software like Octave you need some more than is readily available, at least for C and maybe also for Python, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you like, much appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram, like and leave a comment. Please donate to keep videos coming to you, much appreciated. And you can also become a patron and have your name mentioned either on my website or on my website and my videos to show your support. More information on my website and on my Patreon page. Once again, thanks for watching. Bye bye.